Budgeting is a key part of financial planning beyond the day-to-day operation of your farm business. Traction's budgeted cash flow tool makes it easy to create a customized budget for your operation. This video will guide you step by step through the process of building a budgeted cash flow so you can track and evaluate your financial performance throughout the year. To start a new budgeted cash flow in Traction, open the left menu and choose Reports, then click Accounting. On the Financial Reports page, select Budget and then choose Budgeted Cash Flow. The Budget Cash Flow page opens. Click New from the Budgeted Cash Flow box to create a new budget. Next, pick the year and month, then select the entity this budget will apply to. If you'd like, edit the pre-filled description so it's easy to recognize later. If you already have financial data from a previous year in Traction, choose the option to copy from previous year's actual balances to pre-fill your revenue and expense accounts. Click Save to continue. Your new budgeted cash flow is now created with pre-filled data and ready for detailed editing. To begin editing, select Edit in the lower right corner. After selecting Edit, you will be taken to the editing window where you can make changes to the revenue and expense items. If at any time you want to update or change the pre-filled data in your budgeted cash flow, click on the Fill Cells tab located in the top right corner of the page. This feature gives you access to previous year's actual data as well as any previously saved budgets. When you select one of these available options, it will overwrite all of the existing budget cells with the chosen data. Because of this, it's important to use caution when applying this feature. If you have manually edited your current budget, it is recommended that you do not pre-fill the cells unless you intentionally want to replace your existing data. This feature is useful for quickly resetting or updating your budget with prior information, but should be used carefully to avoid losing custom entries. To begin editing your budgeted cash flow, start by clicking on the Revenue drop-down arrow to view your revenue accounts. From here, you can edit the amounts to reflect your expected revenue by the individual revenue accounts. To change or add an amount to any box, simply click the box for the corresponding account and month and simply type in the amount you desire. If you wish to allocate an equal amount for all months, simply enter the total amount and Traction will automatically divide that amount across all 12 months. Once you have completed the revenue accounts, click on the Expense drop-down arrow to expand the expense accounts and enter the budget amounts for all your expenses that you wish to budget for. Once you have finished, or if you wish to finish editing for now and return later, simply click the Save button in the lower right corner of the screen to save your work. Traction also gives you the ability to budget cash flow for assets and debt obligations throughout the year. If you plan to sell any of your listed assets, you can enter the amount you expect to receive from the sale. Likewise, if you plan to purchase assets, you can budget for the amount you anticipate paying. To do this, simply click on Asset Sales and Purchases to see your asset accounts. Then enter the budget amount for the appropriate month and item, whether it's a cash sale or a cash purchase. This allows you to plan for major asset transactions in your budget and maintain a more accurate cash flow forecast for the year. Just like assets, you can also enter budgeted cash flow for new debt, debt reduction, and owner's draws. To do this, click the appropriate arrow next to each category to expand it. Then enter the amounts in the specific months when you expect each cash transaction to occur. Once you've finished entering all your expected cash flow amounts across the different categories covered in this tutorial, scroll down to review the cash position section at the bottom of the page. This section displays your expected beginning cash position, the change in cash position, and the ending cash position for each month. By reviewing this summary, you'll have a clear picture of your projected cash on hand throughout the year, making it easier to plan and manage your financial obligations. The budgeted cash flow tool also gives you the ability to view historical actual values that have been entered in Traction for revenue, expenses, owner draws, and the cash position. To display these actual values, click on the filter located in the top left corner of the page and select Budgeted versus Actual. You also have the option to customize what's displayed. If you want to see all accounts, choose that filter option. Alternatively, you can select non-zero accounts to display only those accounts that have a budgeted or actual dollar value. This makes it easy to compare your budgeted figures with your actual results, helping you track performance and make informed financial decisions throughout the year. Remember, before leaving the edit page, do not forget to click the Save button. After you've saved your budgeted cash flow, you'll have the option to export your budget to a CSV file by clicking the Export button. If you prefer a hard copy for review or documentation, you can also print the budget by selecting the Print button. Please visit the Traction Knowledge Center for more useful articles.